What's up with it, y'all? So I am just gonna get into the nitty gritty. Okay, I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. This is my labor and delivery story.
Cause I'm beautiful, yeah. When I'm with you, no question that this girl's too crazy. Cause I'm beautiful.
So it was around. Let me see. First of all, let's start off here. When I thought I was 32 weeks, I was actually 34 weeks. Because when I went to the doctors in Memphis, they told me I was 32 weeks. And then when I came here, actually when I had another ultrasound, I was actually 34 weeks. So I was actually further along than I thought I was. Maybe, maybe not. I really think Texas doctors really had me mixed up with somebody else because ain't no way. So anyway, it was August the 21st because I had them on the 22nd. So it was August 21st, right? And it was around like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was having like really, really bad cramps, right? And I thought it was like Braxton Hicks or something like that, but these were like period cramps. Like these was like really bad period cramps. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just try to go to the bathroom, try to see if it calmed down. I'm gonna try to come up in here and lay down and everything. Like it just wasn't working. So it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And when I went to the bathroom, I had saw blood. So I instantly was like, okay, we need to go to the hospital. So I told Jalik, we woke up, went all the way to the hospital. Got to the hospital, bro. I wasn't even 2 centimeters dilated. Like, and I'm telling you, like, when they tell you you gonna know when you going into labor or when you having contractions, I'm telling you, you gonna know the difference between Braxton Hicks and contractions. So we get to the hospital. I wasn't even barely 2 centimeters dilated. I was like 1.5, still 1 centimeter dilated. And the cervical check, it didn't hurt. It only hurts when you're coming off a contraction or when you starting to have a contraction. That's when it hurts. So if I was you, I would recommend you ask them, can we wait till my contraction is completely gone before we do anything up in my hoo-ha? Because I'm telling you, it's going to hurt. So anyway, so we get there. I wasn't even 2 centimeters dilated, but my contractions was like, I think 10 minutes apart, and they had to be like 5 minutes or less apart. So we was there for about a couple hours till like 10 o'clock. Went home, and the crazy thing is, we were supposed to already schedule our induction because I was supposed to be induced that Saturday. It was Thursday. I was going into labor. I had them on Friday. I was supposed to have them on Saturday. So get home. Well, I called my mama to tell her what was going on. She was coming all the way from Memphis to Texas to see for me to be in birth. But when I called her and told her that I was going home, she turned around. So it's like 10, 11 o'clock. When we was leaving when we was leaving the hospital, I got a call for my induction date. I was supposed to be induced that Saturday at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So we're on the way home. We go home. I'm still having contractions, y'all. Still having them. They just not as close as the hospital would like. So I was able to come home, take me a shower, relax. Jalik went to work. And I was laying at home, and I think it was like 3 o'clock. It was 3 o'clock. I remember the times, baby. It was 3 o'clock. So I laid down, took a nap for about an hour, hour and a half. The cramps just woke me up, okay? At this time, it was like maybe like 5 o'clock, right? So I'm asking Jalik's sister, like, what can I do to ease the pain? Like, can I take me a bath or something? I take a bath. I take a bubble bath with the Epsom salt. It did help a little bit. It did help ease the tension a little bit. Hold on. So, like I said, I was taking baths. I had took like 3 baths, y'all, and the pain just would not stop. It just would not go away. Like, it was like they was getting stronger and stronger, like regular contractions. If you have a baby like regularly without being induced or anything like that, regular contractions, they give you a grace period, but if you about to go into labor, they don't give you much grace, bitch. So I had cleaned up the whole living room, y'all. This was around like 7 o'clock. I was looking up because at this point they was getting like intense. Like they was like I was able to breathe through them because I was looking at TikTok videos like how do I ease contraction pains, and it was telling me like when you feel a contraction, because you will feel it brewing, you'll feel that motherfucker brewing up. So when you feel a contraction, you're supposed to breathe in and like ooh, like I'm telling you, any noise you feel like making in that moment, make the noise. I'm telling you, it's gonna make it so much better. And I was in there cleaning up. Every time I felt the contraction brewing, I breathed in, then exhale. I was breathing through them, and then it was just out of nowhere. I couldn't do it. It was to the point where I couldn't even breathe through the contractions. That's how bad it was hurting, bitch. So I'm sitting here. I'm contemplating on texting Jalik because I don't want it to be another false alarm. I don't want it to us go to the hospital and they tell me you're not even 2 centimeters down. Like, I was going to be livid if that was the case. So boom, I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm telling her what's going on. She telling me you're doing a good job breathing through them. You know, you're doing a good job. She asked me if I told Jalik. I said, yeah, he on the way home now. And when I tell, bro, I promise you, when they tell you it's like a period cramp, I don't even know if that's even the right terminology to use. I don't even know if you can even call it a mild period cramp. I don't even know if that's even the right terminology for it. I think they just use that because it's in your lower stomach and that's technically where period cramps happen. But I don't think that's a period cramp. I think it's like, I wouldn't even say it's like a Charlie horse because I never even had a Charlie horse before. But it feels like a really strong cramp. Like really, 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 really strong and unbearable. Like, to me, maybe I'm being dramatic, but every other person I talked to told me contractions feel the same way. Contractions, them bitches hurt. And it don't matter if you use a labor comb, it don't matter if you breathing through them, it don't matter what you do, them bitches is going to hurt. I'm telling you now, they are going to hurt because I tried everything, okay? I tried everything. Now, mind you, I had two what's this? Labor dates, whatever. One was the 26th, which was what Memphis told me. August the 26th is when I was supposed to have my baby. And Texas told me August the 16th. So, according to Texas, I was supposed to have my baby August 16th, which is the day after Jalik's birthday. By August 16th, I was 40 weeks. I didn't have my baby until the 22nd. So technically, I was finna be 41 weeks on that Saturday. I was supposed to get induced. But according to Memphis calculations, my baby was supposed to come August the 26th, and he didn't come. He came August the 22nd, so he came early. So I'm still confused on the thing, but he's here now, so shit, fuck it. But anyway, I had this contraction app. If you're pregnant, I really suggest you download the contraction app because it'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, when it's time for you to go to the hospital, stuff like that. So boom, I'm timing my contractions. So I'm on the phone with my mama, and by the time Jalik gets home, it's like I said, that was just unbearable. And by this time, the app had told me to get ready to go to the hospital, and the hospital was like 20 minutes away. So before I told Jalik to come home, my contractions was like five minutes apart maybe. And them, bro, I can't even describe the feeling. Like, you will know when it's time to go to the hospital because you can't, at this point, when it gets to a certain point, you can't talk through your contractions. Like, at first, if he was to be home at first, I'll be able to, like, talk to him because, you know what I'm saying, it's not that bad. But when it's time to go, you can't talk to him. You don't want to do nothing but just shut up. You don't want no noise. I didn't want no noise. I didn't want nobody talking to me. I didn't want Jalik talking to me. I didn't want the radio on. I didn't want nothing on. I didn't want to hear nothing but the wind coming from outside with the window down. That was it. Seriously, I couldn't even. And on the way to the hospital, They was getting closer and closer. They was like 3 minutes apart by this time. And me and him in the car, timing my contractions. So we get to the hospital. I was in that. I'm okay. He pulled up to the hospital. I got let out at the entrance, right? He took me to labor and delivery. Bro, I'm telling y'all, I don't know what was going on. Them contractions was close, bro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't, like, it was so bad for me. And it hurted so bad. It hurted so bad, y'all. And then for first time mothers, especially, if you ain't never felt no pain like that before, I promise you it's gonna hurt. I promise you, it's no preparing for that shit. It's no getting ready for that shit. It's no preparing your body to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get used to a contraction. It's no preparing for that. I'm telling you, it's no. You can prepare for a Braxton Hicks now. Braxton Hicks, you can sit there and, like, woosah, and Braxton Hicks normally go away with like a bath, or you know what I'm saying, water. If they tell you drink fucking water, they're fucking lying. They're lying. Water didn't do nothing but make the cramp worse. I'm telling you. When you're dealing with a Braxton Hicks, the only thing you can do is just sit there and breathe. With the contraction, the only thing you can do is sit there and breathe. The only way you can get over a contraction is to get through it. That's the only way. Ain't no labor comb. Labor and delivery comb. Ain't no calming music. Ain't none of that shit. The only way you can get over a contraction is to get through it. And the only way you get through it is if you breathe. With me, when I'm in pain, I'm in pain. I don't want to hear none of that breathing. I don't want to hear none of that. You gotta breathe. Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that. Leave me alone. That was me. So boom, we in triage. Nah, disclaimer. They gonna ask you a million and fucking questions before they even give you a Tylenol. They gonna make you sign waivers. They gonna ask you all these different type of questions. Mind you, you having a contraction, so you can't really think on your feet. So, when I was in triage, it was a lady in there. They didn't let me have Jalik back there until they asked me stuff about paternity tests and stuff like that. Bruh, don't mind him, okay? So boom, they asked me all type of then they asked me about paternity tests if I needed one. Asked me about shots, if I wanted my baby to get shots, if I had the Tdap shot, just a whole bunch of questions before he even came back there. So when he came back there, I was okay with that. Then this bitch asked me if I wanted some calming stickers, and they smelled like lavender and shit. I'm telling y'all, none of that shit worked. None of it worked. So, fast forward, Jalik come back there, still having contractions. At this point, I'm screaming. Like, I'm in them folks' hospital screaming. That's how bad I felt. Like, I was in that motherfucker screaming. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't do it. Like, I was, bro, I'm telling you, Jalika was looking at me like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. The only thing he heard from his job was like, it gets real. Shit gets real when it's time to have a baby. Like, when she in labor, it gets real. So, you the spouse or boyfriend or whatever the case may be with your girl, it gets real in her. The only thing you can do is listen to what she say. Because I was in that motherfucker telling Jalik to hold my hand, put the cover on me, I'm cold, take the cover off, don't touch me, hold my hand, cuddle with me, don't touch me. Like, I was like, seriously. And whatever he said to me, I was like, bro, can you shut up? Like, I was literally so mean. I was so mean. So, boom. I'm in the triage screaming, y'all. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. Like, I'm in there screaming. So the lady was like, we finna take you to labor and delivery so they can give you some medicine. I'm like, I want the epidural. Like, I was telling them I want the epidural before I even checked in. I'm like, I need the epidural now. So boom, get to labor and delivery. It worse, bitch. I'm talking about worse. So me and Jalik in there. I'm just all over the fucking place. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. Like, I'm in there screaming. They telling me to breathe. Then the doctors come in there, introduce themselves, whatever the case. The lady, they gonna give you a whole bunch of paperwork now. Mind you, mid-contraction. And don't worry about my baby. He used to me screaming because I be yelling at the TV. I'm watching Sisters and I be yelling at the TV, so he used to it. Mind you, you mid-contraction. They don't get a paperwork to your boyfriend or your husband. They give it to you. So this lady trying to tell me about the vitamin K shot, the hepatitis B shot, the just a whole bunch of forms to fill out. Mind you, you mid-contraction, so you don't give a fuck what's going on. You just want them folks out your face. So one time, the lady trying to talk to me, I'm talking about the contraction brewing. And you know, I told y'all it was getting worse. So the contraction brewing up, and this lady talking to me, and I'm just getting angry. I'm just ready to attack any and every. I'm getting angry and angry. I'm like, baby, I can't listen to nothing you saying right now. I'm having a contraction. Please get out my face. Like, I was in there, okay? So, they asked me if I want the epidural. I was like, yes, give it to me now. Wait, let me go back. They was giving me some papers to sign, but by this time, Jalik mama had came, and she was like, no, what's she signing? Like, because I know what I was signing for the shots, for the hepatitis B shot and the vitamin K shot, but I couldn't, like my body was just so focused on this contraction, I couldn't even sign it for real. So I had told them to wait till the contraction over, and then I'll sign the paper. Because I understood what was going on. It's just my body just wasn't. I just couldn't. So, they asked me if I want the epidural. I was like, yes, I need the epidural. I need some medicine. I was in there like, why is it taking them so long to give me the medicine? Like, I was just bad. I had a bad attitude. So I was like, why is it taking so long for them to give me the medicine? Like, I was telling Jalik, like, hold me, don't touch me. Like, it was crucial. It was brutal in there, for real. It gets real in there. So then another nurse came in, and she was like, she can't get the epidural until she's 4 centimeters, so I have to check her. And the other lady was like, no, she needs this medicine now. And I was like, who don't need no medicine till I'm 4 centimeters? I need this medicine now, or I'm going to flip everything in this hospital room. I will flip everything upside down if I don't get no medicine. So the lady's like, okay. So the dude came in there lickety split. He came in there with the epidural right on time. So they make you fill out a form for the epidural. He make sure you understand everything about the epidural. And then they go to do the procedure. So I had Jalik stand in front of me. First of all, he was trying to watch the doctors. I was in there having contraction, and when you sitting, you gotta sit like with your back like this, and they behind you, and you need somebody in front of you. Well, you don't need somebody, but I needed somebody in front of me. So Jalik was sitting over there watching the doctor the whole time. I'm like this. I'm having a contraction, and when you get an epidural, you cannot move. If you move, it'll mess up your spine. So I'm in there having a contraction like this. He's sitting over there watching the doctor. I'm like, I asked him, no, his mom was like, you need to get in front of her. I was like, yeah, you need to be in front of me because I don't know what you over there doing. You over there looking at space. Like, I was just, attitude was on 1,000, okay? So, boom. Rating the epidural procedure 1 out of 10. Like I said, I advise you not to do anything while you having a contraction. But the way my contractions was coming, they was coming so fast, it was kind of hard to do them in between contractions. So he was trying to do the procedure, and I was like, ooh, like I was still having a contraction, like seriously. But the epidural needle, it didn't hurt. Now, when they put the numbing stuff in there, it stung. Like, rating of 1 to 10, it probably was like a 6.5. It was like 6.5. Especially while you having a contraction, it's like a 6.5, 7. But it wasn't that bad. I didn't feel him putting the catheter in there. I didn't feel none of that. And then after that, they made me lay down. And then they made me lay down, and they moved me around for the contractions, to move the medicine around in my body. So it got to a point where I didn't even feel my contractions. And my boyfriend and his mom was watching the meter little thing. And even though I was still having contractions for like the first 5-10 minutes, I wasn't reacting how I was at first. So the medicine was starting to kick in because they was seeing the contractions happen on the monitor, and I wasn't like I wasn't phased. It was getting to a point where I wasn't phased by the contractions no more. Whoever made up epidural, you need your coochie ate for 30 years straight. I don't know who came up with epidural. Lifesaver. Game changer. I'm talking about whoever. Because I was in that motherfucker knocked out. So boom. Fast forward. They was coming in there checking me. Fast forward to the 22nd. It was like 8 o'clock. I was really dilating pretty fast. They came in there and broke my water. Breaking my water didn't hurt. Because they said his head was already down. But the water bag, it was like, I don't know, it was pushing his head up. So in order for his head to come all the way down, they had to break my water. So they broke my water and I was 9 centimeters. So at this point, bitch, it's getting real. I'm asking the doctor, is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna hurt? They're like, no, you have the epidural, so it shouldn't hurt. Oh, and they do put a catheter in you to help you pee with the epidural, because the epidural numbs you from the waist down. So you ain't gonna feel nothing. It's not gonna hurt. Ain't nothing gonna hurt. The catheter not gonna hurt. The having a baby not gonna hurt. I'm gonna get into that. Nothing's gonna hurt down there, period, with the epidural. So 9 centimeters, boom. A black lady come in, that's who delivered, well, no, a white lady come in, and she asking me, is it okay, because she's a student, she's learning, and she's like, is it okay if she comes and observes and help out with the procedure, with the labor? And I was like, shit, yeah, as long as you have somebody with you. So the black lady came in, introduced herself, I filled out a form, they getting set up. I'm like, at this point, bitch, it's go time, okay, it's go time. I mean, this motherfucker, like, is it gonna hurt? Oh my God, like, because I've been seeing TikTok motherfuckers be doing the labor just raw. I'm never doing that raw, because I know me when I'm in pain. I can't do it. I can't do it. I promise you. So after all that, I called my mama in labor, blah blah. So the lady asked me, do I feel any contractions? Because when you contraction, it means your baby coming down. So the point of labor is you supposed to push as you contracting. But if you don't feel your contractions, they have to tell you that you finna contract and you gotta push. So now, bitch, it was time to push. It was time to push. So I couldn't feel anything. Jalik was holding one of my legs, and I was just focusing on pushing. So how you push is you really take a shit. You pretend like you're taking a shit, and that's how you push, because they're using the same muscles. So how you shit is how you finna have that baby. And nothing hurt. I didn't feel no contractions. Only thing I felt was his head. And when I felt his head, like at the edge of my vagina, that's when I like could tell when it was time to push. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I didn't push nothing for like 12 minutes, I think. Right? I think I pushed for like 12 minutes because I had him at 10:24. I don't think I started pushing until like whatever's 12 minutes before 12:24. I can't think right now. So I was pushing and I felt his head. And when I felt his head, anytime after that, I knew when it was time to push. So I'm in there pushing, everybody telling me good job, and then he finally come out. Now the feeling, it's not a feeling to me. It didn't feel like I was taking a shit, because that's two different parts of my body. It didn't feel like that, but it felt like a relief. Like, it felt like a relief. Like, that's all I could think about was a relief. Like, I knew he was out. Like, it literally felt like a relief. I did tear, but I only tore a little bit. I had a level 1 tear, 1st degree tear or something like that. So, wasn't that bad of a tear. He didn't even cry that much. He did not cry that much. He didn't even cry at all. He cried like for 2 seconds, and that was it. So anyway, after that, they want you to pee, but if you can't pee, then that's okay. So they take the catheter out, and then they send you upstairs to postpartum. And during postpartum, they give you like diapers, they give you like a peri bottle, I don't even know if I got my Perry bottle. But I had the Freedom Mom thing. The Freedom Mom, it come with the Perry bottle, the boy shorts, the ice packs. I really recommend getting the Freedom Mom. That helped me. I really like the boy shorts because the diapers that they give you, or the little panties that they give you, so thin, they move around, whatever. I recommend getting the Freedom Mom. So after that, they ask you if you want to do half breast milk, half formula. I didn't say that at first, but I didn't know how to breastfeed at first, and I really wanted my baby to eat. So I end up doing the half formula, half breast milk, half breastfeeding. Oh, and they let you do skin to skin after you had a baby. So skin to skin for an hour or however long you want to. But they have to put him under this light so they won't get jaundice. And then after they put him under the light, they give him the vitamin K shot and the hepatitis B shot. And then they put some little fluid in his eyes so they won't get bacteria in them. So anyway, I'm in postpartum. All these doctors keep running these damn tests. Like, I'm telling you, they say the after the birth shower is the best thing ever. But Parkland really didn't have no good showers. But either way it go, I really couldn't relax because every hour or so, the doctors was coming in there running tests, doing blood work, checking on the baby. And I promise you, you're going to feel like, I don't know, because when I put him down to sleep, it's like they came in there fucking with him. So now he up, so now I got to rock him back to sleep. That first day with the baby is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's smooth sailing. You gonna think that's how they're gonna be for the rest of the you know what I'm saying, the time you stay in the hospital. No ma'am. That second day gets brutal. The second day, they call it the second day syndrome. Look it up on TikTok. It's when the baby realizes that they're not in the womb no more. They having a growth spurt, so they need to eat around the clock. You gonna feel like I done did everything. I done changed his pamper. I didn't burped him, I didn't fed him, and it just seems like he just not fucking going to sleep. Don't worry, you're not alone. I promise you. Them doctors, them nurses, them nighttime nurses with them babies, bruh, it's like they know exactly what the fuck to do. Seriously. They come in there. I called the doctor one time. They come in there and they check on them, they feed them, change the pamper, burp them, and they put them right to sleep, and they go right to sleep. They go right to sleep. But if I do, they don't want to go to sleep. But that second night was brutal. I'm telling y'all, me and Jaleel couldn't get no sleep at all. And we stayed up till about 3 o'clock with this baby. Seriously, he did not want to go to sleep. He did not want to go to sleep. Anyway, I ended up calling the doctor because I just couldn't. Like, because at that point, it was 3 o'clock. I didn't have no sleep. I didn't know what to do. I called the doctors. I was crying. And she was like, no, don't cry. It's okay. I can take him to the nursery. Took him to the nursery. I got 3 hours of sleep. By the time it was 6 o'clock, it was okay because I had fed him. He brought him back. I had fed him, changed him, put him back in the bed. And I promise y'all, at 7 o'clock on the dot, them doctors started rolling in, bro. They was messing with me and the baby. I couldn't get no sleep. But luckily, that was the day that I left and went home. I think you stay in there if you have a vaginal birth, I think you stay in there a maximum of 2 days. But if you have a C-section, I think you stay like 2 to 4 days. But I only stayed 2 days. So anyways, discharge day, where they give you the birth, what I don't give you the birth certificate, they make you sign something so you can go get the birth certificate. You fill out the form for the social security card and all that type of stuff. Ask you if you want paternity test, blah blah blah, all that good things before you leave. Before you leave, they do car seat help, whatever that's called. You have to do that. No skipping that. Get home. Hey, that's when shit get real, okay? But when I got home, my mama was home, so she helped out a lot because I was so tired. I couldn't do it. Like, she came at the right time to me. So when I got home, the shower you take at home is gonna be the one that's gonna be like calming, because you know you got your favorite shower set, and you got your favorite soap, you know what I'm saying, all that. It's so calming because you in your own space, no doctors bothering you. You can get some sleep when the baby sleep, because newborns, they sleep all fucking day. Like, you good. At nighttime, it's really not that bad. What's the matter with the baby? Hold on. Okay, so when you get home, everything is gonna be okay. So the one thing I want everybody to remember is it's a routine. You have to do the checklist. So you have to feed them. No, you have to. Well, what I do is I change them, I feed them, I burp them, and by that time, you know, they have a clean diaper. Sometimes they have a clean diaper, so you can just put them straight to sleep. If they don't go straight to sleep, you have to feed them, change them, burp them, change them, put them to sleep. If you follow that, it's gonna be easy. I promise you. It's gonna be something like right now. He a month, so he went through a 1 month regression where he didn't want to go to sleep for real. Where he's going through a growth spurt, I guess. He stayed up with me for about, I want to say 4 hours straight for 2 days straight. So they don't last that long, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they don't go to sleep, so you be tired. Sleeping when the baby sleep, that's bullshit. If you're doing it by yourself. 2, if you have other stuff going on like me, I'm in school still, so I have school work to do. The house needs to be clean, you know what I'm saying? I can't just go to sleep, you know, other stuff got to be done. But you can take a nap. You can take a nap or a couple naps during one of their naps. So it's not hard to sleep when the baby sleep, but you just have to time your day, I guess. If you're in a relationship, it gets brutal. Like, it's brutal. Having a newborn brings out, like, y'all be sleep deprived. It gets real. I promise you. But if y'all love each other enough, it shouldn't break up y'all relationship, because this is just temporary. It gets easier, but it is brutal. It is brutal. You might think y'all good right now, and I'm not to speak down on nobody's relationship, but the newborn stage, it gets real, seriously, because y'all both tired, you know what I'm saying? One may go to work, you know what I mean? It just might be hard on the other one. And with the mom, my advice to you is to just take your time and just breathe, because both of y'all, if you mad and the baby mad, nothing is going to get done. So somebody got to be calm in the situation, and the baby needs something. So you're going to have to calm down. You're going to have to think, and you're going to have to be like, okay, so what's wrong now? I done fed him, right? He done burped, right? Or she done burped. So now what's wrong? Do I need to change him if he needs to be changed? Normally, when babies need to be changed right after they eat, they'll let you know. But I done fed him. He not hungry. I done changed him. He don't need to be changed. Maybe he just fussy. Maybe he just sleepy. So then you try to rock him to sleep. If that helps, cool. If not, some babies be extra fussy when they sleepy. Like Junior, he be extra fussy when he's sleepy. So you really have to sit there and like be calm and like sit here and be like, it's okay, you know what I'm saying, and rock him to sleep. Eventually he'll go to sleep. But look on TikTok, it's some videos for like cues, like hunger cues when they have gas, like different type of noises that the baby makes so they can help you. But it's not all bad. I promise you, do have some very cute moments, but some moments get real. Okay, it gets real. It gets rugged. It gets ruggy. It just get bad sometimes. And as the mom, you have to be calm. You have to be cool, calm, and collected sometimes. It's okay to cry when the baby cries, because trust me, I've done it before. It's okay to feel like you about to pull your hair out. You don't know what the hell to do. It's okay, because I've done it before, and I still do it. So you're not going to have all the answers, because it's okay, because I don't have all the motherfucking answers. You know what I'm saying? If you have a partner, take turns. Take turns doing night shifts, because having one person on night shift is stressful. Trust me, I know. So just work it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. My birth experience wasn't that bad. What I doing to get right now? Fuck no. No. I'm not having no more kids right now. What do I look like? I'm 23. I'm gonna be 24. I'm not having no more kids right now. This one came, and I unexpected because we wasn't really not trying to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? But he came at he came at the right time, but the wrong time. And right now, I'm not having another one. No time fucking soon. Next time I'll be pregnant is when I'm having a ring on my finger. That's the next fucking time y'all will see me pregnant and with another motherfucking baby. I promise you. Because going through pregnancy twice with no ring? Oh no. That's not how we finna do this. But anyways, I love my baby. He's asleep right now. He's asleep right now. But anyway, I just want to come on here and give y'all my labor and delivery story, raw and uncut, no edits, no nothing, 30-minute video. If y'all have any questions, any thing y'all want me to address, I will make a whole nother video and, you know, answer the questions. But without further ado, bye.